Hello, welcome to WG Unscripted, our short little new talk show where we bring in guests and get to know them a little bit better. Today we have Michelle Lane. She is, I want to get your title right, the Senior Director of Community Health and Wellness at North Kansas City Hospital. And I just spent, I don't know, 20 minutes getting to know you before we even hit the record button. And you are just super fascinating. I can't wait to have this conversation with you. So welcome to Unscripted.
For having me. I'm super excited. I saw,
Yeah.
some potential questions when you asked me, and I was like, oh, this is
You're
going to
like,
be
you're
fun.
in, right? Yeah.
I'm in.
So Michelle knows the format here. We're going to keep it to 10 minutes. I've got a bunch of questions here. We're just going to pick them out, and we don't know what we're going to ask and how we're going to answer, but we're going to run with it and see what we learn about Michelle. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Probably ain't no mountain high enough.
That's a good
I
one.
mean,
Because you can
there's
also do like,
nobody,
yeah,
nobody can not sing that song
right.
and feel
Yeah,
unstoppable. I mean, that is
right.
like, it's epic. It's
Well, and
epic.
yeah, so you start singing it, then everyone starts singing it, and everyone knows the words. And it's nice when you're not alone on stage singing a song that nobody knows. So good answer.
Absolutely.
Maybe someday we'll be doing karaoke together.
That'd be fun.
All right, what's a random fun fact you love to share at parties or trivia nights? And
The random thing that I talk about a lot is this interesting piece that when you're in utero and you're being formed by your mother and your brain tissue elongates up the spine and becomes your brain, part of that tissue stays back and that's what becomes your gut. And so your gut is actually brain tissue. And so, when you think I have a gut instinct about something, that feeling of like, I know. Of course, because that's brain tissue. And so I just think that's one of those fascinating things to talk about, and that most of your feel good hormones are made in your gut, your dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, that's all made in your gut. And
yeah,
so it's, I could go on and on, but yep,
yeah,
that's
I've
it.
never heard it described. I mean, I've heard the explanation that it's your second brain, or
Yeah,
like, it is, you follow your gut or your gut instincts or whatever, but the actual
it's
scientific way.
brain tissue.
Yeah. Well, thank
Yep.
you for that fun. That is a very cool fact. All right. What does your ideal Sunday morning look like?
Deal Sunday morning. It involves coffee, clearly.
Okay.
I work in healthcare. Probably it starts out with this like excited to-do list of like everything I'm going to be accomplishing, probably some form of exercise early while I still have the energy, and then I abandon all of that and end up on the couch with a book, pretty much. That's
Okay.
my ideal Sunday.
Yeah, I like what are you reading these days?
Right now I'm reading The Women. Have you read
Oh, I
that?
have read that one. Yeah. That's
Very
good.
good. That's from my great grandmother who's
Okay.
95, and she read it and was like, "You've got to read this." As a
Yeah.
nurse and working in
Oh,
healthcare, she was like, "This is for you," and it's
yeah.
good.
All right. What's something you believed as a kid that makes you smile now?
There's a couple things probably. Like, why did we learn so much about quicksand? I really thought that quicksand was going to play like a larger role in my life,
I know, I
or
know.
like stop, drop, and roll. Like I've never
Right.
caught on fire. Like I don't know
Yeah.
why we drilled that as much as we
That
did.
is so funny.
So
I
things
know.
like that kind of like, how about our little folk dancing class and gym
Yeah.
class? Like things we learned of like, did I need to know that? Somebody should have taught me how to balance my checkbook,
Yeah.
not know how to square
Right,
dance,
right. Did you
those
take a
types of
class?
things.
Like, did you take a class in high school on how to use a microwave? I took a class. It was a home ec class, and it was like how to cook everyday things. But it was literally in the time in the 80s, I guess it was. It was like how to cook like a whole pot, a whole pot roast in the microwave. All right. So, are you more of a spontaneous adventurer or a plan it all out traveler?
Oh my gosh, it would be more fun to say I was spontaneous, but I'm not. I feel the joy of planning and, like going on a trip. I'm the girl that makes the spreadsheet. I think, knowing all of the things that you could possibly see and having this sense of, eager excitement of an upcoming event, like I love that part of it. I think that's
Yeah.
part of my joy. So I would say I'm definitely a planner. I would say I'm wild because I put tabs on my spreadsheet, on the bottom. So like I'm
Yeah.
very wild that way.
Do you have any trips planned or coming up?
No, I don't have anything planned. We just got back from an epic adventure in the Grand Canyon. I would
Oh,
recommend this to anybody. We took a
yeah.
rafting trip with
Oh,
oars where we got put in at Lay's Ferry in this indigenous land, and you start with like 100 million-year-old rock around you. And then we floated for 112 miles. We spent a whole week in the Grand Canyon rafting, and you're like rafting downhill. And by the point that we got where we hiked out of the Grand Canyon, it was 500 billion years old. And the wall was, well, we hiked 9 miles to get out of the Grand Canyon. So I thought I was going to die four
wow.
times. So it was amazing, absolutely amazing.
That sounds amazing.
I
I-
recommend it to anybody.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I'll put that on my list.
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like I've driven by the Grand Canyon, but I've never done anything really immersive or cool or exciting. So,
Yeah. Oh,
um,
yeah. You got to be down in the middle of
yeah,
that and have this planetarium open up to
right.
you. Oh,
Yeah.
it's just, you feel like a fleck of sand. Everybody needs to feel that small
Yes.
in this universe. It
Yes.
feels really cool.
So
I
now
feel so lucky.
we have
Mhm.
our really fun rapid fire would you rather questions. So, are you ready for these?
Right.
Rapid fire. Would you rather live out of a suitcase while exploring every corner of the world or build your dream home in one magical place that you never leave?
Explorer. Lewis and Clark is
Or,
my middle name. Yep, I'm
okay.
an explorer.
Yeah, good for you. All right. Would you rather spend an afternoon jamming with your favorite musician in a cozy backyard or co-write a short story with your favorite author in a hidden cafe?
Oh, I would definitely want to co-write. I feel like my second career is going to be a librarian telling children's stories and like writing children's stories
Oh,
after I retire. I want to be the gal that's at the library and has like a big pit with all these
yeah.
pillows and the kids
Yeah.
come for story time and I get character costumes on and like act them out and like that's my dream.
All right. Would you rather relive the best day of your life exactly as it happened or fast forward to the happiest day that has not happened yet?
Shoot. No, I'm of the age, I'm scared. I've tipped the tipping point. I'm in my 50s. I don't want to hurry anything along.
Yes.
So I would say relive the past. I don't
Yeah.
want to go forward any faster than I already am.
All right. Would you rather be remembered for your wildly original ideas? Sounds like you have a lot of those. Or for being the one everyone could count on no matter what?
Gosh, I would take pride in both of those
I
things,
know that's
right?
a
I
tough
mean,
one.
that's
Yeah.
really hard to pick. I would say probably I would rather be the person that everybody could count
Yeah.
on, right? I
Yeah.
feel like that's a kind of a core moral issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Last one. Would you rather join a quirky, passionate crew building something amazing, even if it's chaotic, or a peaceful, low pressure group where everything just flows?
Oh, raccoons on meth. Let's go. Just
Okay.
creative ideas everywhere. Let's go.
I have a feeling you would contribute very well too to all the great ideas and amazing things and maybe even manage the chaos a little bit. So, um,
We've got a Food of the Northland event. I started a community garden at our hospital, and we are just really trying to attack, getting fresh foods to people. And we're going to have a food petting zoo for children at our event and get like really exotic vegetables and
yeah.
fruits. And yeah, I think that's going to be fun. So yeah,
Oh, that
anything
sounds
weird
really
and
fun.
quirky, I'm down.
All right. Well, last question. You've survived all of the weird questions, but would love to hear from you. Like just today in the world as it is, what sort of things are bringing you joy? What's bringing you joy these days?
I would say my community garden is really bringing me a lot of
Mhm.
joy.
Good.
That has been a fun project. The idea started about a year ago. We've got beautiful green space on our hospital campus and irrigation going to it. And I'm like, why aren't we using that? And so I got a group of people together, volunteers out of the community, and we are just growing things and leaving them at
Yeah.
our bus stops that are on our hospital campus on
Oh, that's so cool.
and yeah, it's just been really rewarding. One of the groups is a group of Parkinson's patients' families that they were sitting in their cars during their family's class time doing their
Great.
therapy for
Mhm.
Parkinson's. And I just went and knocked on their windows and was like, "Hi, you want to come pull weeds with me?" And creating that space has become like a Parkinson's support group for a lot of those volunteers. And they go down and pull
They get to
weeds
know
while
each
they're,
other and yeah,
oh my gosh, and like we do this and we've tried that. And did you know that? And that's just bringing me so much joy to like
yeah.
create spaces and places and things where people can connect. And yeah, it's
Send me
just
a
been a
few
lot of fun.
pictures. Yeah, I would love to see
Uh,
it. Send me a few pictures and maybe we can include a couple in our newsletter when we publish this.
right, I will. Thank you so much. This has been the highlight of my day.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks, Michelle. Take
Bye
care.
bye.